In this video, we'll summarize all of the reaction rates we have learned so far. We covered this extensive amount of this term rates and also a lot of vocabulary words in addition to equations. So here I want to kind of bring it all together and try to make some comparison. When we explained about the average rate, it was when we were talking about the rate between 2 points of initial concentration at whether it's reactant or product. So say point here and another point here. And you would take that time, however much longer that was, say from 0 to 100 seconds, and you would take the change in the concentration, divide that by the change in the time concentration. That's how we were able to obtain an average rate. An instantaneous rate is when we take a very specific point in the strip within the curve. We drew a tangent line and took a slope of that, which gave us the rate at that particular point. So for example, at 100 seconds, what was the concentration, and also what at 100 seconds, how fast is this reaction going. Whereas an average rate, it is between 0 to 100. What's the rate? What's the average rate? And then we went into rate law, and rate law, integrated rate law, and half-life are sort of all sums up together, and it steps away from the average and the instantaneous rate. So they have their own equation because it involves reactants only and not so much the product. So say we have A forming into a product. The rate law is for a zero rate order reaction, it would be rate equals K. Then for first order, it's rate equals K times the concentration of the reactant. And the second order reaction, it was rate equals K A to the second power. And then we went into the integrated rate law, which now involves, well, how long does this thing take in order for that particular reactant to diminish certain amount, okay? And if it diminish half of the amount, what's the time? Then we talked about half-life. So those are the three different interactions or three different orders that you needed to know with three different equations. This particular equation is posted in the reference sheet, so it's not something that it's totally you need to continuously memorize, but it is good to have it in memory.